Hi everybody. So first I wanted to say sorry for not doing a live watch party IRL stream from Evo like I said I was going to do. First, I thought the trailer was going to be on Friday, when the Mortal Kombat 11 finals were going to happen, and it didn't happen. It was on Sunday. And so I said, okay, moving the schedule over to Sunday. Like, we'll do the watch party on Sunday. And the day before that, Saturday, I was drinking and I didn't feel good the next morning. So I slept in a little bit too much, and yeah, you can tell where the story goes from there. That means I wasn't up early enough to make sure to prepare for a watch party or anything like that. So I apologize for that, guys. I am here at the airport, the Las Vegas airport, and I'm going to be flying in back home tomorrow. I got in a lot of footage for Mortal Kombat 1. Thank you so much to Warner Brothers and NetherRealm for giving me the opportunity to give you some footage. It was absolutely fun. I had an absolute blast, so you'll know my thoughts later on in later videos. But I wanted to record my quick thoughts on the Banished trailer, the Ashrah, the Havik, and Reptile trailer, as well as Sareena. I'll start out with the negatives first, because I always start out my videos talking about the negatives first, then I talk about the positives. But I don't have that many negatives. The negatives I have are like kind of small, and things that I can see like being resolved if I see more of that particular thing, or if it seems like something that is just going to not be an issue later on down. Like, it's not going to be a long-standing issue, just something that like is a little bit nitpick or something like that. I will say that the number one big thing that I didn't like in that trailer was Havik's voice. He's just yelling. He's just like, "You will accept chaos by choice or by force," and something like that. I'm just like, that doesn't sound like Havik. What sounds like Havik is somebody who's very, very calm, very, very collective, just super, just soft-spoken. And that's how he is in Deception. And that's one of the biggest appeals of Havik, is that he's chaotic. He's like, or almost evil. He's not a full-on bad guy, but he's almost, but he's just, at the same time, with all that chaos going on, all that bad stuff going on in his character, he's super calm and collective. And so when you have somebody when you associate with the word chaos with somebody, the typical brain would think, oh, somebody who's evil, some guy who just yells all the time. And I feel like that's what they put on Havik, and I don't like that. But again, that was one line. He could be completely calm and collective in the story mode. We haven't seen much from Havik, so that's how I was saying this is something that I can see not being an issue if I see more of him. But yeah, like, if that's going to be his personality, where he's like really evil and it's just yelling, I don't know if I like that. Now, his bio did come out, and it just seemed like a typical bio. It's almost like Darius's bio a little bit, but it just seems like a Havik bio. Like, I can see that being something applied to Havik. So maybe there's hope. Maybe, maybe I'm just being too nitpicky, but yeah, that's just the one thing that stood out for me. Another thing that like kind of threw me off when I saw Ashrah was her not wearing her hat. Now, I know that there's a screenshot going around of her wearing her hat in certain scenes of the story mode that was shown in this trailer, and that's good. So that means that there's probably going to be an alternate skin where she has a hat. And I hope there's an alternate skin where it's like her straight up Deception outfit, because it just would look perfect in Mortal Kombat 1. But I do wish that was her default look, was having her hat, because her actual design is actually really, really good. I've been saying for years, I've been repeating it, that Ashrah should be a mixture between a demon and an angel. She looks angelic, she dresses angelic, but she's a demon. She's from the NetherRealm. And they captured that vibe perfectly in her design. And I'm already getting into things that I like. I haven't got to things that I didn't like. So I'll just gather my thoughts a little bit. I'm glad that they captured that, and they did what I asked for. I asked for a perfect mixture between Ashrah being a demon and a angelic figure, and they did that. I really, really, really like that. One more thing that is quote unquote things that I quote unquote didn't like. It's not really like, again, these are not big issues. These things are not the end all be all to me. But when I think of Reptile, I don't think of an attractive man. Now I'm glad he's going to be getting some story mode. It looks like he might get his own chapter, and that's really, really cool. Reptile getting his own chapter, that's sick. But I never imagined him being like an attractive guy. I always imagined him being a very mysterious person, somebody who's very just in the shadows and just looking around and jumping at you and attacking you, being somebody's bodyguard or something like that. But if they have an interesting story route for Reptile, where he's going to have a lot to do in the story mode, and he's a greatly written character, and this is the form that they're going to have to take him, whatever form it takes that serves the purpose of the story's purpose well, is the route you're going to have to take. And so if this is the story route, and this is the appearance route that they're going to take for Reptile's story, then I'll take it. But yeah, those are the things that I really like. Those are the things that stand out that I really don't like. Maybe it's the fact that I don't like giant Godzilla Reptile, but at the same time, they accommodate for that by having him be human and reptile, full-on lizard reptile at the same time. So it switches back and forth within gameplay, and what you're going to see mainly on the select screen in renders and intros is going to be human reptile, a ninja reptile. And if that's the case, that's a good compromise. I'll take it. It's good. I'm not a fan of Godzilla Reptile, but it's a good compromise having human ninja reptile there. All right, those are the things that I didn't like. Now let's talk about the things that I did like. Everything else. Everything was so good. I am so glad to see all of these characters back. Every single one of them. Like this trailer was basically the 3D era character trailer. Like, it was the big trailer to say, hey, we brought these characters back. All those characters that you saw, except for Reptile, have not been seen in a Mortal Kombat game in 17 years, almost 20 years. So for a lot of fans, we have been waiting almost 20 years to see these characters come back. And they showed them in this trailer on the biggest fighting game stage at EVO, on the main EVO stage on Sunday. They showed all those characters for everybody to see in this big, huge trailer. And it's a dream come true. It's a dream come true to see these 3D era characters come back. These are the characters that I grew up with. This is my childhood. It's like seeing my characters come to life. Now, of course, I have major respect for the classic trilogy era, and those are the best characters by far. Like, if you're talking about defining Mortal Kombat characters, most of them come from the trilogy era, of course. And most of my favorites are from the trilogy era. But to me, again, it's a little bit more special seeing those characters come to life again. The ones that you grew up with. It was phenomenal. So I'm just super happy to have him back. It's great. But yeah, no, I really, really liked Havik's gameplay. He's just tearing himself apart. He's tearing off his arm. He's doing the torso spin. I saw that. He's just ripping himself limb from limb, beating you down limb from limb. He's in his fatal blow. He's just beating you down until his arms come off, and then he's beating you down even more with his bones. That's just so Havik. Everything about Havik in terms of gameplay is Havik. It's great. Ashrah as well. I wish she was a little bit more flashier. I'm not sure how many special moves we actually saw from her, because everything seemed like combo strings. Now those combo strings look really, really satisfying to pull off, but I didn't really see too many light-based moves. It was all just sword stuff. But I don't mind that, because that's how I would imagine Ashrah to play in a mainstream Mortal Kombat game, or in a modern Mortal Kombat game, because that's her character. Her character is using her Chris to destroy evil and purify herself. She'll use her Chris as much as she possibly can. So I don't mind that. It's just that I wish that I saw more special moves that give her a little bit of that speciality to her character. So I'd like to see some more light-based moves, maybe some like fire moves, blue fire, some unique fire moves and stuff, because she's from the Nether Realm. So I would like to see more like Nether Realm moves in her moveset, because she's still a demon. You know, even though she may appear angelic, she has these angel wings, she's still a demon. And so far, they're nailing that look for her. They're nailing that vibe for her, which I really, really like. Reptile's gameplay also looks really sick. I think, honestly, Reptile has the best ninja design in this game. He definitely has it better than Ermac. Scorpion and Sub-Zero, they look good. They just look a little bit, plain. But that's okay, because like they look like palette swaps. And I like when they're going back to the palette swap days. So Smoke and Sub-Zero and Scorpion, they look fine, but Reptile has like that uniqueness, and I really, really like that. But his gameplay looks really, really good. And then Sareena. We'll talk about Sareena, because Sareena is back. Now, she's a cameo, but still, I really, really like cameos. And I need you guys to, I need you guys to understand, for those who haven't played Mortal Kombat 1 yet, you guys don't understand how important cameo fighters really are. They are like 60% responsible for your win or your loss in the game. Like, they're that important, they're that involved, they're that innovative. So they're almost like full-on characters. They're not fully on there, they're not fully there, but they're almost there. And so when I see a cameo fighter that didn't make the main roster or whatever, I don't really mind it. I of course want them to be on the main roster, but there's their role as a cameo is incredibly important, and you really, really feel like you're actually playing the character even when they're cameos. So having Sareena as a cameo, of course, I wish she was fully playable. I'm glad she's in the game. I'm glad she's in the game, and I'm glad I get to use her. And I am so happy that NetherRealm did exactly what I've been saying since 2015. I have been saying she's a demon, and she's a demon, and she appears human, or she has like this normal form. Do something with that. Make her switch between moves. Make her hands be devil-like when she's grabbing you. Make her have horns when she's doing a certain move or something like that. Do something where she's switching between demon form and normal form. I've said that since 2015, and they did exactly that. They did exactly that. Now, some people are like, oh, she looks like a generic demon. I don't care. I honestly, I just don't care. As long as she's a demon and she has those demon moves, I don't care if she looks like Doja Cat. Okay, I don't care. I like it. They did exactly what I said they're gonna do. The purpose of her switching between, again, demon and normal form is all I need. I don't care what the demon looks like, as long as it's a demon. Sorry about that. Remember, I'm at the Las Vegas airport. As long as that's there, I am happy. So I really do hope Sareena is a main playable character. If she doesn't end up being a main playable character, that's okay, because again, the cameos are really, really good. I'm glad that she is a cameo. But yeah, guys, we got so many things in this trailer. One more thing is that there was a screenshot going around from, I think it was like a press release screenshot, so it wasn't shown in the trailer, but we did see Ashrah, a screenshot of Ashrah and Havik fighting in the Lost Tomb stage from the 3D era, from Deadly Alliance. Now, if you guys don't know, one, I'm glad we're getting 3D era stages, 3D era stages that we haven't really asked for, but like they're still really good stages, and they're like a lost gem. So I'm glad they're bringing in lost gems from the 3D era. But that Lost Tomb stage is Onaga's tomb, and we have that in the game. That's a stage. Onaga's tomb is in the game. I do think we're getting Onaga. I really, really do think we're getting Onaga, and I cannot wait to see what he looks like. It's gonna be so awesome to see him revealed. We've had all these teases, we've had all these hints through the trailers, and some of the things Ed Boon has been saying, and some of the bios. It looks like we're getting Onaga, and I'm glad. This was probably the best trailer that NetherRealm has shown so far, and I loved every single one of the trailers. It was absolutely fun, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys more about what I think. Maybe we'll do a breakdown or something like that. Definitely be showing you guys some more gameplay that I got captured, but some others have probably beat me to it. But I did upload some of the the intro dialogues that I got from Johnny Cage and Lee May, which were incredibly fun characters to play. But anyways, those were my thoughts on the trailer. I'm super happy with what we got. As a 3D era fan, as somebody who has waited so many years and asked for so many years to have these characters back in this big, huge form, I'm happy. And I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful that we have these characters back. And yeah, it's great. It's great to be a 3D era fan. Alrighty, y'all, take care. I'll see you guys in the next video and the next stream. Got plenty of news and I got plenty of things to cover. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon.